I live with my mom and dad, and my dad, he's a veteran of the Army. He went to college, and I think he has a master's, and he's well studied, so it's like I look up to him a lot. My mom, she's from Panama, and so am I, so she didn't finish school, but she learned English when she got over here. And she's kind of inspiring because she doesn't know a lot of things, but like she knows things about life as compared to my dad. He's like book smart, but my mom's like life smart.
My mother, she's also a social worker. She has her 4-year degree, and she wants to go back for her bachelor's degree. My father, he has inspired me kind of like the most because he didn't get his high school education, but now he's going back. He goes to Durham Tech, and he always tells me, stay in school, don't drop out, do your best, because it's hard now trying to find a job.
I want to be a businesswoman, and I want to own my own business. So, like, it helps me because I have to sit there and write to people, like, letters, and I also have to talk to them. And not only, like, if I know a few words, then it's, like, it's all right. But I want to know, like, big words, as you can say, so I can, like, sit there and talk to people and be like, oh, well, I'm smart, and I'm not just pretty, I'm also smart.
I want to be a social worker or a parole officer. And I need my English class because you have to write papers, sign documents, talk to people, and in order to do that, you have to know your English fields. So,
This one, it was just like a one-page paper, I think, about Janie from their As We're Watching God. And it was like one of the second assignments that we really wrote. And like at first I didn't know what to write about, but then as we got into the class, I like understood more. So I wrote this paper. And it was hard, but I wrote it. Also, Janie is considered beautiful by a lot of people in the town. Most women in town hate Janie because she doesn't appear to be as old as she really is. The men in town admire her looks. They aren't worried if she doesn't know how to read because she's beautiful. Janie's beauty affects her relationships because the men she's been in a relationship with only see the outside of her. They don't care about her inner beauty. For example, Joe Starks. When the people in town ask Janie to give a speech, Joe says that Janie doesn't have to because he didn't marry her because she could do speeches and read. It was because she was beautiful. This shows that Janie isn't viewed as an empowering woman, but more as a sex symbol. Janie's own understanding of her beauty follows her into her own search for identity by showing that she lets men decide for her. For example, Joe tells her she's beautiful, but he doesn't let her know that she really is. Other women do because she's too beautiful. Also, Janie is used to being independent, but when it comes to men, she's dependent. Since she's beautiful, she doesn't need to do anything because she could have the world at her feet if she desires. Janie knows that she's beautiful, therefore she lets men pamper her and treat her like how women should be treated according to them. The power of being beautiful cannot be chosen freely. And that was the end of my paper.
we read a book about Macbeth, so we had to pick a quote out of the story and write about it and explain it and tell what it feels to us. I picked Let Not Light See My Black and Deep Desires, and we wrote about that. Here in this scene, Macbeth is trying to plot against the king and the prince. He wants to be king, but when the king dies, he passes his crown down to his son. But until then, he dubs his son to be prince. He dubs him to be Prince of Cumberland. So Macbeth is saying, let not light see my black and deep desires. He doesn't want anybody to know what he's trying to do. What he wants to do is kill the king and not let anyone know about it. But he is still worried about the Prince of Cumberland. He is saying that he will either fall down or leap over him. So to me, he wants to kill the king and the Prince of Cumberland if he gets in the way without anyone knowing. If I had a friend like that, I don't know what I would do, Because to the king trusts and respects Macbeth. Macbeth is supposed to be the king's trustworthy and loyal Caldor, but I guess not if he wants to overthrow and kill him. But if Macbeth gets caught, it wouldn't be worth all the trouble he's about to get into.